guys, it's here. It's finally here. This is the Eachine Spitfire. This has got to be the most highly requested, in high demand, small Eachine Warbird since they've started back with the P51. Now, since the P51, almost every one of these are just magnificent. They look good and they fly great, but occasionally one does slip through the cracks that's not so amazing. There was just one in recent memory that didn't, so that's why it's important to feature these on our channel. This should fly amazingly well. The expectations are very high, but just in case it doesn't, we're gonna let you know. Now I have to point out, the prop on here actually has yellow painted tips, which I think is really cool. And to those of you that are watching and you're like, hey, what's the big deal? It's just a repainted another little Warbird. No, this is not just a repaint job. Check out the recent BF-109. Look at the wing tips on it. This is much more of a boxy style airplane down to the pilot canopy there. You know, we've got some attention to detail that lets us know, yes, this is a BF-109, and hey, this is a Spitfire. Look at that wing. That is the undeniable Spitfire wing, with even the paint job on the bottom of the wing done pretty well. I'm really excited, guys. Let's put this in the air and see if it's worth your hard-earned money. Oh, it is a Spitfire and it's flying so well, guys. Oh, it looks so good. That is already hands-free right out of the box. The beauty of these planes is they come built in one piece in the box. You just snap the prop on and it's designed to pop on and off just like all the others. This little Spitfire looks so good. Now, if you've never had one of these Warbirds before, or if you're just wondering, is this consistent with the rest? Yes, this has elevator, rudder, throttle, and aileron control. And yes, the reason it looks so good and flies so smooth is because that flight stabilization just works ridiculously well. These fly so good in flight stabilized mode, and I'll just be the first to admit right now, when you go to advanced mode, most of the time they don't fly super great, but I will test this one. Now, if you just want to get a nice little Warbird like this and fly scale, and have success while flying and really look like a pro while you're doing it, especially with such a small airplane, this is absolutely perfect for you. And most of us that have one of these, they're just kind of like Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop. You have more than one, and now we've got the BF-109 and the much desired, long-awaited Spitfire. This is so awesome. Now, some people said that Abby and I should fly the P51 and the BF-109 together and dogfight, but now I'm thinking it should be the Spitfire and the BF-109. What do you guys think? Oh, it looks so good, Abby. I really like that they have the Spitfire. I was not expecting this to show up today, but since this was announced on Banggood's website, you guys have been telling us time after time after time, it's there, guys, it's there. When's it going to be on the channel? Well, the second they announced it, we put one on order and it just showed up today. So I put this in the air as fast as the batteries would charge, and I'm so glad God gave us such a beautiful day to fly on. It's December and we have these crystal clear blue skies. Well, they're not crystal clear, but they're very
I completely lost you.
I love the three-bladed prop. I love that it will pop on and off. And let's test the stunt button before we lose too much battery. We should get like a 12 to 15 minute flight out of this, but let's go ahead and test the stunt button. Oh, that roll looks so good. Did you get it, Abby? Mm-hmm. I'll do it a little lower on this next pass and just see if we can get it a little bit closer so you guys can see the roll a little bit better. Okay, let's give it a shot. Come on. Oh, sometimes it's just hard for me to consistently get that to do it perfectly. You push the button and you give it a direction, and sometimes it just doesn't seem to take. So let's try one more time. It's just not, it doesn't work every time. Let's try it this way.
Hold the direction, stop flicking it.
There, you were right.
You kept flicking it.
Yeah, you gotta hold it. So I just did a double roll that direction. You're right, you've gotta hold it.
What would you do without me?
You're right, so you press the button, then you hold it. You're exactly right. Let's do that a little closer. You know what, a lot of times we fly these for the first time and it's a windy day and I don't really get to have good control over the plane. but look at this. There we go, I had to hold it again. Grr.
That's how you do it.
Yes.
You
Push
were
the button,
doing it wrong.
Hold the aileron stick, whichever direction you want to roll. Now it should also be able to do a loop, I think. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. It doesn't even, uh-oh, pull up, pull up.
Oh my gosh, you almost went in the cattails.
No, we almost lost it. I'm good. It was really close though, because it doesn't lose too much. We'll go one way and then the other. I've never done that on these little warbirds before. Now let's try for a loop. Wow, all those contrails in the sky. Oh, no, I think we can just do rolls. Okay, I don't think it's gonna let us do a loop. That is still really cool though, you guys. Now let's get a little bit of altitude. I don't need much, right there. We're gonna go right into advanced mode and see if I can fly this. Now that was me pulling back on the elevator, but also it is a little tail heavy, so it's either gonna need trim or nose weight. So look at how squirrely I am flying this. It's kind of like a joke. But also,
oh my gosh,
it's still flying.
Just stay zoomed out. Oh my gosh.
It's a little squirrely. I'm not afraid to admit that at all. Really, these planes shine in beginner mode. They're very stable, very smooth, and yes, they can be fine-tuned to fly in advanced mode, but they're not perfect. So there is now the Spitfire, the BF-109, the Corsair, the T-28 Trojan, the P-51 Mustang. They do have that little jet. Which jet is it? F-22 Raptor? I think that's what it is. That. And then XK released a different colored, that was such a good pass, yellow T-28 Trojan. And so that one's, you know, you can't really count that one. There is another Eachine, but I leave it out because it's my least favorite of them. It has a couple more issues than these little birds do. Which one was that? I'm forgetting.
The bigger jet?
No, it's a little warbird. It came out right before the Spitfire and the BF-109. And I just can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was probably, I titled the video like, Your Next Warbird. It is okay, but it's not as good as these smaller ones. And guys, I gotta point out too, look how much, let's just fly in as little space as possible. This is in just beginner mode, and I'm just banking it around. I mean, we could fly this in like, if you just flew in a tight circle, maybe figure 8 pattern, you know, 10 car lengths, I'd say. 10 real cars parked lengthwise, bumper to bumper. We could easily fly in that much space, like 2 or 3 cars wide, if you just kept it in a figure 8 pattern the whole time. You don't need a lot of space to fly these. Now, of course, you want a little more space than that, and you don't need a lot of upper space either. Like, we don't have to fly it super high. We can just keep these low to the ground and strafe like that. Oh, I'm so happy that they released the Spitfire. It's such an awesome plane.
I've even had people on TikTok ask, where's the Spitfire? So.
Yeah, finally, right? The only question I have now is what's next? What could they do after the Spitfire? Well, let me tell you, if you guys want to see them continue to release new planes, what you have to do is buy 1 or 2, show them the love, show them the support, because that means there's a demand for it, right? We can't just sit back and hope they release our favorite warbird or whatever. We've got to support them. So if you want to buy one of these, it's linked in the description box below. And if you want to support us, the RC Sailors, for having family-friendly content with the focus is RC, and that means something to you, buying it through our link does help support our channel. It's actually what keeps us going, 100%. So it would mean a lot to us if you do. Let's fly it above the grass there so it's easier for Abby to track with the camera. So this could be somebody's very, very first RC plane because they're so easy to fly. They really are in beginner mode, very easy to fly. And if this is going to be one of your first airplanes, then I highly recommend you to pick up AMA, which is the Academy of Model Aeronautics. And a really cool thing, if you're going to pick it up, wait till Christmas Day and watch the RC Sailors on Christmas Day. We have a special treat for everybody. If you've been watching us for a year, then you'll know what we did last year on Christmas. Maybe something in line with that, but I won't completely give it away. So if you guys happen to have time on Christmas Day and you'd like to renew your AMA membership, tune in and tell all of your fellow club members to watch our video on Christmas Day. They might actually save some money.
Does this come with landing gear?
It does. Do you want to try the landing gear really fast?
No, I was just curious.
People ask all the time.
Well, then put it
Let's
on.
do the landing gear. I'll snap it on and show you, can it actually do a ground takeoff and landing? Look at that slow pass. Oh, that's awesome.
There you are.
Here's what the landing gear looks like when you get yours, and they just slide into place and pop into place. They snap in. You can hear it click in place like that. The tail wheel is already on there. So it's just that easy, but I think this looks better in the air without the landing gear because the real one would have retracts, but some people prefer to do a ground takeoff, so let's try it. I really am so happy about today, you guys. This is just so awesome. This is like unexpected good news. Here we go. Throttle up and just take right off. You know what? That doesn't look too bad actually with those landing gear hanging down because it just looks like the wheels need to be retracted up right now. That's it. It looks pretty good. They really look fairly scale. That's nice. That's not too bad. As long as we're low to the ground and flying slow, the landing gear look like they're supposed to be on there. I like this thing so much. When you order, this is what I tell people. When you order something from Banggood, a lot of us tend to forget we've ordered it from Banggood, and then when it does show up, it's like, oh, happy day. It's kind of like bonus Christmas day because I forgot I ordered that. And so when I saw this show up, I kind of just forgot the Spitfire was out, and I thought, well, it'll show up when it shows up. Sometimes they pleasantly surprise me, and it'll show up in like 4 days. Sometimes they're really fast because they do have a US warehouse, but most of the time it's like 3 weeks, and they used to be even longer shipping. But guys, here it is, the Eachine Spitfire. I'm going to end the video just like this, flying it, because this is a really long flight time, and this could end up being like a 30-minute video for such a small little plane, which just seems completely unnecessary. Comes with a charger, comes with a battery. I think you can get it with 2 batteries or 3 batteries in different setups. Remember, it's 4-channel. It's very, very easy to fly, very beginner friendly, very forgiving. These things can handle crashes really easy. Let me show you the prop breaking off really. You know what? I've showed it in other videos. You can watch any of our other Warbird videos if you want to watch these props snapping off and then popping right back in place. I thank God for such a beautiful day, an awesome day with such low winds to fly. And a massive thanks to our amazing Patreon supporters. We couldn't do our channel without you guys. Let us know in the comments, were you as excited as me to see the Spitfire released? Let's go. Okay guys, we'll have another cool little Eachine Warbird video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.